How much time do we have?
Oh,
We've got 30 minutes,
30 minutes.
according to my dodgy math skills. So, how about Tom start the meeting again?
So I believe everyone sort of had meetings with the majority of the people, and they believe they can meet interests and trade-offs. We each have our preferences on each issue, and
You know, we can see from the computer.
Oh, can you? Oh, yeah.
whoops.
You can go home tonight and,
Is there something you'd like to share?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Because I like the multi-party meetings to be honest and transparent. You have your private time. You have your private times to talk to each other. So obviously, if you've got share to one party, it'd be nice to share to every party in these multi-party meetings. So
Well, we've spoken to everyone except the union.
yeah, which we would like to speak to
So
tomorrow.
sorry about that.
Sorry.
Do you wanna? I want to talk to them.
Okay. Wow.
Wait,
I'm going to put off this.
Can't talk to them now.
Not working.
You have to talk tomorrow. Yeah.
No, we can talk now in front of everybody.
Okay.
No secret.
all right. So it's gonna be challenging.
We shall not make
What party? So obviously you represent the labour workers. Yeah. Does the stock price interest you?
Of course. Some of our employees are shareholders.
Okay.
The Air had agreed to a share, a profit sharing scheme with the workers some years before.
Are you more interested in the CEO keeping his job, or are you more interested
Very
in
direct
a
answer.
higher stock price?
My first priority is unionized workers, and it will always be unionized workers.
Alright.
Okay. So if the CEO loses his job, is this something that you'd be unhappy with, or something that's going to affect you?
Of course, we'd be unhappy with. I represent workers. He's a worker.
Yeah, he's
Management.
one worker.
Management
Nah.
is unionized as well.
No, we will. Everyone's gonna keep their job. Everyone's gonna be
Management
happy.
is
It
unionized
was
as
just
well.
a fake scenario, just wanted to know how you feel.
Yeah.
Okay.
We have
Well, I have supported the unions for a number of years.
Yes.
And
So we have
obviously
very good
kept jobs in Australia, so I think we've got some.
Obviously you're respected.
Of course. So,
So what about the government?
the government. Well, obviously the government would like to see the welfare of its people taken care of.
The government is trying to do their best to find a balance point for every party.
What's the balance point that you
Oh, we-
propose?
We
Nice,
can't,
nice point sheet, by the way.
we can't tell
Look
you.
at that. My point she's here, but I hope you don't want looking over and stuff.
I can't tell you right now.
You can't tell me what you're what, sorry?
No, the balance point for all parties, because we have to negotiate.
Okay. So shareholder, I just wanted to know if your interest is keeping the job security of Australians, or if your interest is the CEO keeping his job.
You're so
You're
straightforward.
Determined to fire
So
me.
you want to get rid of the CEO?
No, we just want to know your interest.
Obviously,
Everyone will be happy. Everyone will be happy. The goal here is not to screw someone else. and
Clearly,
to
the
win.
goal is to
Yeah.
screw
She is a very. It's.
No, I'm straightforward
She
and
is
direct.
very direct.
Yes.
Don't read into it.
Directly trying to fire me.
But you're directly.
I'm not trying to fire you. Honestly, I'm not trying to fire you. I just want to know what's happening.
We're just not bullshitting you. We're very honest.
No, we're
What
not.
are you more interested in?
Yeah, it's just you can be like if your interest is the takeover happening or not happening, you can ask that as well. We don't mind it.
Does everyone want the take? Is everyone okay with the takeover happening?
We
Yeah.
want
The right
jobs in Australia.
circumstances.
With right conditions.
Yes, I'm happy with the takeover happening, provided conditions are met.
Because we all know that if the takeover does not happen, we all lose,
Yeah.
No.
and it will be bad for all of us.
I want jobs in Australia.
I'm just saying that we can meet our interests, and we should try to agree instead of disagree, because it's to all our benefit to agree.
Yeah,
No.
it does.
Well,
No, as I said, I wasn't intending to say that so the CEO is going to get fired. It was just we want to listen to your interests.
Yeah, but I told you my interest can seconds
Which
ago
was,
before they
I have
wrote
short-term
it.
memory.
You clearly don't because
No, I didn't write
you
it down.
remember that.
I need refreshments.
So,
All I'm gonna say is I want my price, the stock price, is my highest priority.
right, as is our
Just
highest
yours,
concern,
yeah,
probably.
exactly.
So we all want this company to do well.
Yep.
And so,
Have you thought about an indicative price you'd like to offer?
yes, actually.
Okay, can we hear it?
well, the current price is $4.28.
That's the current price.
Yes, market price.
That's the market price. And we know,
And there's been a recent increase, so it's not something like it wasn't something that was sustainable, and it was something that was a sudden increase.
we all know that market price reflects all information, correct?
Yes.
We can all agree on that. And it has recently boosted because
Of
of
the
this
News of
negotiation.
Yes.
And so,
I'd like to believe it's because of the company's
Yeah.
good work.
I have
that we're doing.
information.
It is that as well.
Yeah,
It's been
right.
performing
It's not.
well. It has been performing well.
I mean, it's performing well, and that's why
but you do
we're
know,
buying, but there are,
You do,
price reflects the information. So,
And the announcement of an acquisition increases share price, as you know from finance. Anyway.
it's true.
Yeah.
Not to mean that we're going to rip you off.
Yeah, and we're not
Right.
going to rip you off. Obviously,
But,
we're going to offer. We decided we're going to offer a price above that. So
Mm.
we were thinking that's just as a starting point.
It's 425 right now. I think depending on the other agreements that we'll have, because of course there'll be trade-offs.
Well,
right?
can you give us a starting number to work with then?
Okay, so depending, we could give you a. You sure?
Yeah.
Is this going to insult us?
I'd rather not.
I don't want to be insulted today.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So depending on other issues, we'd like to start at $5, which is a 75-cent premium on the current price, which we believe is really influenced by us trying to buy your company already.
Can I read you 2 lines from my sheet?
Go for it.
Okay. So it has been decided after a thorough discussion that the recent gains in Aussie Air's price reflected a stable upward stock price trend based on efficiency gains and accompanying long-term profitability improvements. So rather than a temporary surge in share price.
So who made that? Who said that?
It's in our sheet.
It's
Yeah, but
on my
who said? Is it your company that said that? Because if it was your company, it's obviously.
It's how they
biased.
evaluated it.
Our company is
Yeah.
the company.
Yeah, but
I don't know why you guys would
So it was-
state so, you know.
No, it was from your company's report. Is well, that's
The evaluation report
It's
says
an analyst
that.
report.
Yeah.
analysts from your company.
yeah.
No.
Evaluation report, someone we've paid to evaluate.
Right.
Goldman Sachs said.
We all know there's conflicts of interest, but
No, yeah, obviously.
so you don't think that your price is at all affected by what's going on here?
Maybe a little bit, but
A little bit.
the trend, the upward trend is
Right.
not temporary like you just did, you know? Like
Yeah,
you
that
said
was a
it
big
was,
extreme,
like,
but
you know,
you know
what I mean.
volatile,
If-
it's not volatile.
So based on that, if we didn't make a negotiation, you think your price would not change?
I
We don't
think
think
for,
You don't think it would fall?
like I said before, because owning the shares is working really well right now,
Mhm.
for us to sell them, we would need a really nice incentive.
Absolutely.
And $5 is really not a very
It's already
nice
75
incentive
cents
at
premium,
all.
which is which is pretty nice.
It's not even close to what I'm able to accept. And that's
It's a
the honest
15%
truth.
increase. It's
You need to
That
take
is the
into
honest
account-
truth. That is not
To be
even
honest,
something
at
I'm...
$5,
Anyway,
at $5
we-
management wouldn't support that takeover at all. We
Yeah.
would revoke.
Yeah.
what can you give us so we can give you?
You also, just to point that
A
out,
reasonable
as
price.
much as you say it's a 15% markup or profit from the current share price,
It's 50. You're instantly
15%.
making 15% on your investment. Just by the way.
yeah, but I'm just saying you should also take into account when coming with an offer to the table,
Right.
the future potential growth.
Right.
So
That's why
giving
we're
them-
buying a company.
So for giving the shareholders, how many cents is it? 50 cents extra?
75.
75 cents extra it should give them enough incentive to forego future earnings from the company. And as much as it's a premium
We
for
are
what
not limiting how many shares they can buy. They can buy, there's shares on the market. Anyone can buy shares.
yes, let me finish.
Sorry.
As much as we're giving them 75 cents more than the market price, you also need to take into account that if they take that 75 cents now and they lose out on future earnings, a year from now, 2 years from now, the company could have grown beyond and they would have lost out. And the way this company is going,
Right.
and the strategy set in by the amazing management that we do have, is going to continue on this steady growing trend.
Absolutely.
So you need to incentivize them for selling.
The thing is that since we're buying the majority of the shares, it's in our best interest for the company to continue this way. So if we can give them this price, we're still interested in for the company to grow. And so if the company doesn't do well, we're gonna be at a greater loss than all of them actually, because we give them a better price, and if later on bad things happen, the loss is going to be on us and not on them.
May I just add in the share price 2 years prior to this recent increase was only $3.50.
So we can
So
see the
you can
growth
see
trend.
it's a very good sustainable growth pattern right there.
Not the
Let's not argue on the
I mean,
reason why it went
we've
up.
consistently produced good quarterly results in addition to having long-term savings plans and efficiency plans in place. You don't see that in a lot of companies.
Absolutely, but
Not to mention the fact that we have a unique brand proposition in this company. We're 100% Australian owned and run. Well, all of our workers are local. We are a virtual, not monopoly, but we have extreme market power in our home market to the point where we are now expanding. We haven't had any accidents, etc., etc. You're not buying just a standard airline. You're buying a very unique brand. So, and there's a premium attached to that as well, and it's not the 75 cent premium is just nowhere within realms of cutting it.
right.
Look.
But
No.
let's not argue why the reason that the price went up or down. Okay,
Yeah.
it's most likely both. We're interested in this company because we know it's a good company and has potential for growth. We also know that acquisition of companies really boosts prices. Okay, whatever, doesn't matter. Let's just agree that this price for us is 15% higher. Okay, and also if we give a price too high, that will mean that your company will end up being more leveraged. Do you know what that insinuates? Do you want your company to be more risky? Do you want to have a lower price but have less risk, or do you want a higher price but more risk in the future? It's your decision.
Higher, lower, but fair and reasonable.
Yeah.
Yes, but it affects everything else.
Yeah.
It affects everything else. So the capital structure of the company is going to affect the way we run things. You're interested in the price, but if the price is too high and then risks go up, bad things can happen more likely because it becomes more risky. A more leveraged company, more dependent on debt instead of equity.
Yeah, but then you lose less because more debt means you risk transfer all to the bank. So it's not you
Really?
get well, yes.
Yeah, but we own more of the equity, so we will lose more in terms of the value of the company. And we've used a lot of costs trying to acquire your company. We've tried to do a lot for you. So
Well, you wouldn't want to
We can't
lose
already-
that transaction
Well,
cost.
Sorry?
You wouldn't want to lose that transaction cost.
absolutely.
Yeah, so I think a good start would be to offer a price that
Is
is
reasonable.
even close to
This is our price right now. We can give concessions if other people give concessions. We're not going to give concessions on concessions. So if people can make us happy, we can make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'm glad to hear anyone else offer something.
What's your stance on the jobs, per se? Because obviously you've gone to great lengths and researched, and you've already been buying shares. You've definitely thought of a strategy going forward of the whole company in terms of operations and management and such and such. So what is your stance on jobs?
We want the company to be the best it can be. Right.
What is your stance on jobs?
Our stance on jobs is that we want the most qualified personnel to work for us.
How many jobs are you going to keep in
Yeah.
Australia?
Well, that depends on how qualified they are and how the market goes.
Can you give a number? Seeing as you've given a number for the share price, could you give a percentage? Because, like we've said, Aussie Air is an Australian brand. It is very important that it remains an Australian brand.
Right.
And
But
then
if we
do not
remain,
tarnish
if,
it.
if you want to remain a competitive brand, competitive company, the labor costs, manufacturing costs, repair, servicing, a lot of labor costs,
What
which
do you
isn't,
manufacture?
It's in the sheet.
it's an airplane.
We don't manufacture airplanes.
We-
Airlines.
There's a lot of
Maintenance.
there's maintenance costs, whatever.
I don't even know the company you're taking there.
There's manufacturing costs. We do
Yeah,
have manufacturing costs.
it's in
Okay.
here.
Okay.
What was I saying? You cut me off. Thanks.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, so if the market says that it's way more beneficial for us to use a little bit of overseas jobs, and that will benefit our company, that will benefit all of us.
How much is a little bit?
So what would you guys be happy with?
You're making an offer still, right?
Well, we set an offer on the price. We'd like to know what you would like.
What
All of
package
you.
deal is it not?
Well, I think we should agree on other issues first.
Obviously, would love 100% of workers to stay
So you
here.
would like 100%.
$5, I couldn't accept anything
Yeah.
less than 100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't accept anything less than a 5-year
500
contract
couldn't
either.
even be accepted.
I wouldn't even
to be
accept
honest.
$5, to be honest.
A huge part of Aussie Air's value is its brand. And a huge part of its brand is the fact that it's Australian owned
Mhm.
and it employs Australians for the main part. So if you disregard that, you're basically stripping away its branding.
Mhm.
And in a market like such as air travel, where there's tons and tons of competitors, especially seeing as we're moving into the international market, you need that branding to carry you forward and to be able to,
We intend to keep that branding.
yes.
We
and
intend we intended to make it grow. We intended to make the company
and
grow.
as I have said, a huge part of that branding is its employees.
Yeah, well, we can satisfy you the jobs if you're willing to satisfy us with the price.
At $5, we're not even on the same page.
Yeah,
No one in
no one here would
will take that.
accept $5.
What about the government?
Well, I just heard that you want to keep the company functional and beneficial.
Mhm.
So by saying that, I just have one recommendation to keep the original management team as usual, because they have been doing a great job in the recent years, and yeah, we largely credit the current top management team with Aussie Air with that. So my recommendation is to just so how about we talk about a management contract, saying 5 years contract, because
5-year contract.
that's actually standing in your point of view to consider that suggestion.
Well, I think, to be honest, thank you for that support. The thing is, at $5,
Yeah,
I don't think any concessions would be granted for anything else regarding either my contract or 100% Australian. There's just no way that deal is going to move.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
So back to the point, we should discuss the price first.
yeah, I honestly think we're not going to move unless you actually give us a reasonable price. So we might as well go home.
I mean, there's 20 minutes and 10 minutes.
We have 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, can we talk for a second?
Yeah.
You guys mind if we have the room?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
No problem.
Structure deal with one.
I think 5 is really low.
One thing we could be doing is that I think I actively showed you the sheet when I was trying to show you from the sheet.
Yeah.
We can trick them into doing a structured deal with us by saying we want to keep the job tomorrow.
I think we should give 525 and
So if you're like, yes, fine, we'll go up to 525.
We can give, well, how about we say 525 for 90% return? But we just make a concession there. Yeah, but we're not going to get 525 as that is.
Yeah, we got the CEO told us that he can help us reach up here.
But, you know, we'll slowly get there. So we'll say 525 with 90.
Can't, because once you say 90, you can't go lower. That's the problem. Because he'll be like, you promised me 90, why are you going down all the time?
So yeah, we'll say 80 with 525.
Then you're fine.
It's just like we're trying to be fair, and we're giving them really hard deals.
Okay, let's just say 80.
80, 525.
Yes. And then make the CEO convincing. And if the CEO can, we will promise him that many years or just 3.
Sorry, what?
Make go here and then we'll talk to the CEO and say, you said you could do this for me. If you can,
Mm-hmm.
then we'll promise you either one of those years of job security.
I'm sorry. Can you say it one more time? I'm sorry.
I'm not phasing out.
I am. 80, yeah,
80.
percent.
And then say, okay, CEO, you told me yesterday that you can help me reach this target. If you can, I'll guarantee you 5 years of job security.
Independently or right now?
Independently, but you will talk to him tomorrow.
I want to get like a little bit of an agreement today at least.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of something.
That we can agree on. Price, I mean, we can bump it up to like
525, yeah.
and then tomorrow we can bump it up that much. Like, we can also then talk to the
We
CEO.
want the unions to be happy, so let's give them nice jobs. Because if the union's not happy, they're really gonna fuck us. So if we have 70% here and they're gonna be unhappy here, we'll get minus 500. We'll just get 100. So we might as well get 90 in the end instead of 90 rating. So
Then-
let's start at 80.
then The CEO, we need to think about the CEO, because he's useless.
No, he's not. It's pretty good. 80. So let's give a new one. So 525, 80 in 1 year.
1 year from now, and then tomorrow we'll go, we'll research say to the CEO, okay, fine, we'll give you 5 years if you can assure us that you can reach this target.
Okay.
And then we can
So
bump the price.
do we offer this 525, 81?
Yes, and then tomorrow we can bump it up to you.
Okay.
Yeah?
Okay. Open sesame.
So after careful consideration, we decided to come up with a new offer.
Yeah.
And this would be, is it a real offer?
Yeah, a more reasonable one.
An
Yeah.
increase. But is it a real offer?
So
If you say 5, if 525 is the next word out of your mouth, be very upset.
Increase is not reasonable.
We'll leave you for some more private time.
that would be fun. I like private time.
What's you, the teacher, now everyone.
At Aussie Air, we value professionalism.
Yeah. At the UAE also. So let's offer sort of a little package here, and you tell us how you like it.
Don't get
What flavor is it?
sour, sweet,
Sour,
everything
sweet.
mixed together.
You know, like sour.
We like sweet.
So we'll bump up the price to. Okay, we'll keep the jobs. We can guarantee the jobs at 80%. Okay.
Mhm.
Don't shake your head.
Bump up the stock price to 525. You can leave if you want to. Because if you leave, we'll get a better management contract, but you know. And we can guarantee you 1 year.
All right.
We have to go anyway, so. Do we have to go?
No, 5
About
minutes.
4 minutes.
Well, shareholders.
Your reactions, listen to your reactions.
Okay.
Now that we've given you an offer, can you give us a counter offer?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go for it.
What's your ownership structure like?
Of
Ownership structure of DUA.
the UA. We have buildings in places.
Not capital
No.
structure, ownership.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We're majority Australian.
What's majority?
The majority is more than 50%. That's the majority. So that means
50.125. That's
So
more
tell-
than 50. That's a majority.
Tell me, what is your, reservation price for the percent of jobs?
Well, it's not us who have the reservation price. You've got legal hurdles.
Oh,
We've met the legal hurdles.
legal hurdle. That's
Yeah,
no
it's
problem.
completely met, guaranteed.
Which is majority of our company is Australian, and we finally tuned our company structure to meet those legal obligations. So we have no problem
So
there.
basically, you found a loophole.
No, we haven't found loopholes.
No.
We have actually satisfied it.
Yeah, we can tell you that our biggest Australian company, because we own multiple companies, is where is it? Darling Bank.
Which is an Australian company.
It's the largest Australian shareholder over there, Darling Bank.
And
That's based in Sydney,
what
Darling Harbour.
mechanisms have you got in place to ensure that your shareholdings don't change to put you in breach of the legislation?
We don't intend to change it.
Yeah, we don't intend to breach any legislation. Obviously, we want to.
But have you got some kind of contracts with your largest shareholders to ensure that they don't cash out?
We have a contract with them. We're just spokesperson.
I'm just asking because if Darling, say, left and was purchased those shares that
Left.
well, if they divested their shares in
Well,
DUA,
if we bought more Australian companies,
Well,
things
it's not-
happen, but
We are a strong going
we-
company.
we don't intend on
yeah, but your
I'm going
shareholdings
anywhere.
are determined by who you own. It's the things that who owns you.
who owns me.
Yes. It doesn't matter who you own. Who
Yeah,
owns
we're
who
not-
owns DUA because that's what matters for the legal position.
So wait, Darling Bank owns DUA or DUA
No, we own Darling Bank.
Okay, well
Oh,
that's
no,
irrelevant.
that's
then.
irrelevant.
Who owns you?
No,
Exactly.
We are
no.
we are an
We're a
organization.
conglomerate of companies.
Yes.
So we own
Based-
Yeah, but
multiple
who owns the
companies.
shares?
How many of
Who owns
those?
the shares?
Yeah, we need to know where that's based.
So our conglomerate is majority Australian, meaning that the majority of our companies are Australian. Some of our companies are non-Australian.
Yeah, I don't care who you own.
Mm-hmm.
Who owns you?
We are the boss.
Where's DUA,
DUA.
registered?
No, we're DUA is us.
No, like where's it registered? On what country?
Australia.
An Australian.
We're majority owned
So
here.
it's 100% Australia.
No,
not
we own
100%.
some
But
in the.
who owns
Not
you?
not what you
It's
own.
like you saying the CEO. Does the CEO own the company? How many percentage? No, the CEO does not own 100% of the company, but he's a.
No, I
Yeah,
get the
we
thing
know.
that you guys don't
are.
understand.
That is
you
what
guys-
we're trying to say
You guys
as well.
are the CEOs. Who owns the company?
It's an Australia. Like we have majority of our shareholders are Australian, and we do satisfy the legal requirements.
Okay. Now you answer the question.
We did. We answered it for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah, you guys are
Yeah.
talking about your subsidiaries.
You
We
said
don't
who
care
you
about your
own.
No, it's
subsidiaries.
not subsidiaries.
We're
Anyway,
talking about who
Okay.
owns you.
So
and
we
that's
meet
alright.
the government's legal requirements.
Okay.
So there's no way that after the deal takes
Okay,
place.
everyone, we need to get back.
Okay.
So there's no way that after the deal takes place, one of your shareholders pulls out and then a foreign investor comes in and all of that.
No.
All right.
No.